So, you want to have a game night, but you also want to make your friends work an assembly line. Here's how to play Sushi Go. Sushi Go is a simple 2 to 5 player pass and play game published by Game Right Games. The game is played over 3 rounds where each player is collecting cards trying to make the best sushi dinner possible. Highest point count wins. The setup for Sushi Go? Super simple. For a 2-player game, deal each player 10 cards face down. A 3-player game, 9 cards. A 4-player game, 8 cards. A 5-player game, 7 cards. Deal everyone their cards, face down, and put the remainder of the cards in the center. Make sure you've selected one person at the table to be the scorekeeper. Give them a pad of paper and a pencil so that they can keep track of all the awesome sushi combinations that you make that might win you this game. So to start the round, everyone looks at their hand. They select one card that they'd like to keep and place it face up in front of them for everyone to see. This happens simultaneously at the table. As soon as everyone has made their selection, you pass your hand of cards to the left to the next player. They continue to select another card and keep passing it around. This is where it gets the assembly line idea. Keep passing it, passing all of the cards around until every card has been played, and that's the end of the round. At that point, we start the scoring phase. Now you know the general flow of the game, now let's get to scoring points. Sushi Go puts all of the point totals at the bottom of every card. 2 tempura cards, for example, are worth 5 points. If you don't get both of them, it's worth nothing. 3 sashimi cards are worth 10 points. Again, if you don't get a set of 3, you get no points. Dumpling cards are scored exponentially. For each one you have, you'll gain more points. 1 dumpling card is worth 1 point. 2 dumpling cards is worth 3 points, 3 dumpling cards is worth 6 points, so on and so forth. Again, notated on the card. The maki rolls are scored by whoever has the most of the icons available. Whoever has the most maki cards scores 6 points at the end of the round. Whoever has the second most scores 3 points. If you're not in first or second with the amount of makis, you get 0 points. Then you have the egg nigiri worth 1 point. The salmon nigiri worth 2 points, and the squid nigiri worth 3 points. The wasabi card is a multiplier card that can be played, and on your next turn, you can play any nigiri on top of it to multiply its value by 3. In this example, the squid nigiri, typically worth 3 points, played on top of a wasabi is now worth 9 points. The chopsticks have no point value. You select this card, and on a future hand, you can place this card back into the play hand and select 2 cards of your liking. This can be really beneficial, but you don't want to be stuck with the chopsticks card at the end of the game because they're worth 0 points. And finally, the pudding card. Puddings are not scored in each individual round. Instead, it waits until the end of the game. The player with the most puddings gains 6 points. The player with the least pudding loses 6 points. So that's how you score in Sushi Go. Tally up your points, tell them to your scorekeeper, and deal them up for another hand. Remember, you play 3 hands of Sushi Go, and at the end a winner is declared. But don't forget to tally up your puddings. All in all, I think Sushi Go is a buy. It works really well as a filler game in between your hardcore game sessions. It works really well if you're a young family who has young children who might want to be playing with you. It also works really well if you're trying to get new people to the table who might be intimidated by the heavier board games. To top it all off, you can pick this guy up on Amazon for about $10 right now. I'll put an affiliate link in the description of the video. Thanks for watching this episode of Jonesey Games How to Play Sushi Go. Now, go forth, make some sushi, and I'll see you at the table.